What's going on, guys? Kulprit here, and welcome back once again to my Let's Play Stonehearth series. Lots going on, back in the saddle today. It's been a little over a week probably since I've played as far as sessions go, and unfortunately, I did record yesterday. I recorded about 4 hours of this Let's Play, starting here to 4 hours in the future. It was about 7 episodes, and I definitely didn't have my mic muted. That didn't happen. I totally promise you that's not what happened. But here we are again. We are back at episode 15, I believe this is. I could be wrong. Don't hold me to that. Whatever the YouTube page says, we're starting over again. So, but that is good and bad. I'm an idiot, and it was kind of a kick to the teeth last night when I sat down to edit. But we're getting a do-over, which means a couple things. First of all, the new patch dropped. Like, after that, like, literally it seems like an hour or two after I realized that I made that mistake, the new patch dropped. So that's kind of good in a sense that now we get to have the new patch in much more of the Let's Play. I was up to probably episode 23, 24-ish, where now we're going to have the new patch at episode 15. So there you go. A little silver lining, maybe? I don't know. 2, I'm not such a noob anymore. I've kind of worked through some of these problems. It hopefully will make me more efficient, able to work through some of these things a little quicker. Nothing crazy happened in the 4 hours. It was just a progression. I mean, we did some cool battles. I'm kind of glad I didn't progress any further than I did, because I got to right to kind of like the precipice of what seems like a storyline. So I don't know how that pans out. Faced a couple new episodes that I'm sure we're going to get into here. And hopefully, basically what I'm saying is hopefully I can trigger those events earlier for you guys now, because I kind of know how to build my wealth. And I know what I want to work on in our little city. Now, aside from that, as I mentioned, the new patch dropped, and that is kind of it's a big deal. It's going to affect us quite a bit. I actually, to be honest with you, I was so angry about my mistake. I thought about just starting a new Let's Play with the new patch, but it seems like this patch will play nicely, so we're going to just roll with it. If we start to see a lot of bugs, because I don't know if this is a stable patch or if this is just the latest, and they said it should be their stable release, so I'm going to put my faith in them. We may pay dearly for that if we start to see tons of bugs. I don't know. We'll see. But you can see here, this is the new the happiness system, content. This farmer is content. She's in a spacious environment. I believe she's outside, so I would hope that would be the case. So we're going to have to kind of work around this. So that's going to be interesting. That's a pretty big change there. So we're going to have to watch a little bit. What's our overall town morale? They're satisfied with the way. I guess that's just that face. Agriculture. We don't have like the other things we used to have. We used to have security or safety. The general categories. So that's interesting. Inventory, journal. So we're going to have to pay attention to the journal much more. On eating the same thing repeatedly. Repeatedly. Okay, so we're going to have to work on some food. That brings me to the second part. I apologize for this slow start, but I got to get everybody up to speed. I've got to get my noodle brain up to speed too. As far as I understand, by reading the patch notes, the pawns or the hearthlings, whatever you want to call them, will eat twice a day now, as opposed to once a day, which they used to eat. So that I hope they kind of tone down the eating, but at the same time, a meal is a meal is a meal. So if I prepare meat stew and they eat a meat stew, you can't really turn that down. So they're going to eat 2 meat stews today. So that's going to throw us off, and it makes me possibly want to add a farmer right off the bat here, because we only have 2. The cook does help. Moo will help farm, but I kind of want her cooking all the time too. So I think I've got a couple considerations here. I want to get, we have a combat group. We have, what is our combat group? I feel like I'm talking about a boy band here. We have Ty. Is that Ty or Tao? I still can't tell that. I'm blind apparently. We have 2 knights. We have a footman and Ty. So I think right off the bat we're going to want to get another cleric going, because I feel like that's important. I feel like we're going to start ramping up the difficulty here. So we're going to get an herbalist going. We're going to get a footman, to build that herbalist into a cleric. So we're going to have 2 clerics. Then what I want to do is have 2 squads. We're going to break up the knights, 1 knight in each squad. We're going to have a footman. Now Suni is going to be moving up towards an archer. That's our goal, is to get her to archer. And so that means I'm going to have to add like 3 more footmen, because I want to have a footman in each squad, and I want to have at least 1 archer in each squad, probably 2. My ideal squad right now would be 1 cleric, 1 knight, 2 archers, and 1 footman. That just to experiment with, see what happens. You know, the knight to take aggro, to take all the damage, cleric obviously to heal. The footman will do good DPS, but more the footman to run people down. And then the archers obviously to really drop the hammer. You know, that's, I was going to say pun intended, but that's not really a pun. It's my first episode of the day, guys. Bear with me. Yeah, the footmen to run people down. The archers to just drop damage on people from a nice, safe distance. So we've got that in mind. So our immediate goal is to get people. We need people. I'd like to get to like 20 Hearthlings pretty quick. So we can add a couple footmen. We can add a cleric. We can add a farmer. Those are kind of immediate goals right now. We'll go over this real quick. I've queued up a bunch in here. A couple of silver mail for our knights to give them a nice buff in the defense. We have some silver. We're going to be making some silver ingots. We have the materials for it. We can make plenty. So let's get on that. Let's get silver made. We have a two-handed sword for the footmen we will be building eventually. But we have 2 big upgrade kits for our knights. So they will be like super tanks now. High tankiness that you can be in the game. With the cleric standing behind them. And we've got this iron helmet suits. These are going to be for the footmen. I'm not sure what. And then just general ingots to keep making, to keep upping his skill, which I think he's basically max anyway. Actually, maybe he's not now. So he's not quite level 6 yet, but he is very close, I believe. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Right here. Orin, he's level 5 blacksmith, so let's see where he's at. He'll be getting there pretty quick, especially with all that work I have him doing. He is there. What else we do? Oh, yes, we're working. We want to work our carpenter very, very hard. We're trying to get him to level like 6 for the, I think it's at least 5 to get the first bow. He's content as well. And what we're doing with him, I have him making these doors, a ton of doors. I see he's trying to make beds too. Comfy beds. We already have the regular beds. We just need cloth. That's fine. It's a level 2 item. It'll get him some skill. These are level 2 items. These are just reinforced doors. They use some iron, which I have quite a bit of, and they use some wood. Wood is now a pretty easy reusable resource for me. This is just skill gain, and these actually do sell decently. They'll make me some gold, which will then in turn increase my wealth. So that's what we're doing. These are just skill gain doors. That's basically what it is, and profit. I have him making, well, yeah, he's going to make those first, but really archer bows. I have him queued up 4. I really only need 1 right away. As soon as we get the bow, which is a level 4. Okay, so he should get that pretty quickly. Once I get the archer bow, I need to have a footman ready. I got some things to do. We have a lot of work to do, which means I should shut up and start getting at it. Other than that, I think we're okay. So you can see I have a ton of work queued up for these people. Like I have the loot. I have them picking up and moving all these. Look at all the silkweed I have them grabbing, and I have them bringing it back. We're planting it over here. We're making our own crop out of silkweed because as I was looking at what to build and things like that, one of our bottlenecks was clearly bolts of cloth. If you look at some of the armor, some of the weapons, some of the bows and things, and that's clearly we need cloth. I have tons of trees planted, so they'll get on that, so we can start harvesting some of the wood. Because if you look, it's hard to see, but look, I mean, we have tons of saplings. I've switched up, and these are some of the things I learned by doing that previous playthrough I was just talking about. So I'm going to actually let this run so they can start doing... Oh, that's great. We just hit play and we get an engine error. That's not a good sign. I'm hoping it'll be okay, though, guys. I'm hoping. Listen, if we just run into tons of errors, we will just start a new Let's Play. We'll pick a new set of parameters. We'll hope we won't have a problem. We'll know a little bit more about the game. We'll be able to start quicker, more efficiently. Maybe even try the hard level. I've diversified our fields, so now we should be growing 1 of everything. And the reason for that is, as I played previously in the previous 4 hours, the traders come and they want you to make certain things, and they'll trade you other things. So I just like to have the diversity of food. And they are complaining about the food, so that's interesting. Let's actually go into the food and see what we're making here. Got some cornmeal. That's the basic. That's the staple. I'm actually... probably don't have any corn for that. I'm going to make this 20. Just start that off. That is really loud. I hope that's not so loud for you folks. I'm double checking my mic. Yes, my mic is working. I can't believe I did that. I was so angry. All right, we've got golden gourd. I don't really want that as much. This is meat stew. Yo, we'll keep that at the top. No, want that at the top. But even that we're gonna make 20. We're just gonna up this up. Because again, as we mentioned, they should be eating twice as much. Oh man, this is annoying. Why does that keep happening? Don't crash on me. There we go. And I just threw away the vegetable. That's not what I wanted to do. Meat stew, vegetable stew. We're going to maintain 20 of these. I'm just trying to make sure we have more food on point. Which, like I said, this is probably going to take away from... What does this guy use? Golden gourds? Why do we not have any gourds? That's kind of weird. Do another 20 of these. Get rid of that guy. We'll leave that at the bottom. Sheep feed. Out of gourds? Oh, that's interesting. All right, we'll put that at the end because we haven't even found the sheep. We're actually worried that the sheep is dead. We'll make 30. I'm assuming the bread. The bread doesn't go bad. I'm hoping that's what that means. All right. So, I mean, we're just upping the production a little bit. All right, we got cornmeal. And why are these... Why did this get, like, cloned? What happened here? Why did that happen? Okay, I don't know. Things are not clicking right now. What is going on with this? All right, we're seeing problems already. This is great. Yeah, so you took the cornmeal away. So clearly something was not right there. I'm going to just set this like 50. I'm going to set it to like 50. I mean, why not? It's if we don't have the ingredients, he's not going to make it. So big deal. All right. And close it. We'll reopen it again. I hope that fixes it. Yes, that's a trick we're going to have to probably use a lot. So we're making some bread. Because look, in here, you've got meat and you got vegetables. We need a lot of vegetables. That's fine, though. Gourds. And this is cornmeal. So we only need cornmeal for bread? That's interesting. So we can move the cornmeal just right there. We'll do these first. Okay. We have our trapper who's getting us the meat. We have these guys are moving these. This is good. Like I said, there's just so much labor for them to do right now. I'm just letting them run. I'm kind of hoping we don't get interrupted. We don't get anybody showing up. I believe, so we'll have to watch. There's too much labor right now to really judge. All the loot problems I was having, remember, I don't know if I mentioned it. I think I did mention it previously. Like, they weren't looting things. Oh, and before I forget, I apologize for the windowed mode. I was playing in full screen. What happens is as soon as I Alt-Tab or anything out of this game locks my entire computer up. It goes black screen on all 3 monitors, and I cannot get out of it with any trick I know. And I have to totally reboot my system, and it's just a giant pain in the butt when you're trying to do YouTube. So we're gonna have to just put up with the windowed mode. It only kind of puts that bar across the top, really. I guess you got the taskbar at the bottom, but it doesn't hinder you guys seeing anything else. So I hope we're okay with that. So I apologize for that. Not the greatest quality, but sometimes you gotta deal with that when you're playing alphas, I suppose. Alpha's gonna alpha. So if that's a big problem, please let me know, and I will change it back as quickly as I can. But it's kind of a pain in the butt for me. It just keeps crashing the game in that sense. So. And it slows me down considerably. So you can see I have just tons of things I want them to harvest. As I was speaking about loot, I had auto loot on, where like as soon as you kill something, it's auto designated to loot. That didn't seem to be working. So I undesignated it, canceled it, and I reset it to loot, and I want to see if that works. So let's keep our eye on that. Daily update. Oh, this is new. This is a new, what are they not factoring? Morale. They're not factoring morale. All right. Town morale. You probably have to be at least content, I would assume. So we need wealth. So when the next vendor comes, we'll sell a bunch of stuff, hopefully. Tons of food. That's good. Hearthling morale. There we go. Oh, there we go. All the fields. Hearthlings react to the world around them with thoughts that make them happy and sad. Ate a fine meal. Slept outside. All right, yeah, we have to check that. Good days, bad days. Happy Earthlings are more productive, while sad Earthlings have trouble with motivation. That makes sense. Like, that's basically the most basic game mechanic ever. Morale is helpful, the tool to see how your Hearthlings are feeling and learn what is impacting your town. Okay, we got it. Weaver 4, okay. All right, one thing I do want to make sure we have is page down work. Why does page down not... Oh, well, wait a minute. Where? There it is. How come page down doesn't lower this? Oh, there it goes. That we can use? All right, those keys work. One thing we're going to do is we're going to set this... Again, they have so much labor already. We're going to make this bigger because we have a lot more people now, and we do have comfy beds, so it's just one of those things I want to make sure... They're probably not going to like these accommodations, but at least everybody can have a bed. At least everybody can have a comfy bed. Hopefully that'll keep them in a decent mood. That is... Nope, that is set up for mining. It's going to be a while before they get to that, though. Like I said, oh, we got all this wood. Got to make sure. I do have some of the towers... That one tower building, but actually I'm going to delete it as soon as it's up. I know that sounds ridiculous. I'm hoping to get into some building soon, but we'll see. I'm not certain yet. That takes a lot of time, and I kind of have to let these guys run just to get caught up on all the labor. We need wealth, so we need to manufacture things that we can sell to make some easy gold. These guys, which ones are they getting? I'm just curious which silkweed they're picking up. So much stuff for them to do. So much stuff. So much labor. Oh, we can go over here and get some stuff. So why don't we do that while we're waiting them? Because obviously these guys are just running around anyway. I'm sure something's going to attack us at some point here. All right, let's go, boys. Let's go, crew. Let's get some XP. I don't think any of you really need it. I think you're all pretty maxed out. Yeah, so we do have to get an herbalist, but we need like another person here. All right, I definitely want to get in that caravan. I'm going to sell some of our overstock to make some coins so that tomorrow we can definitely get a person. Hopefully, I mean, basically his ratings, the new person's ratings are going to dictate what we do. If he's got body and spirit to kind of be a warrior, we'll make him a footman. If he's got something to be a really good cleric, we'll have him go into herbalist and start down that path. If he's, mediocre, we'll let him go into the general labor force. Maybe we'll steal someone out of labor to be one of those things. So that's kind of how it works. Chase him down, boys. That's why we want the footman. It does seem like the footman, I mean, he's certainly faster, but I believe he's in iron, is he not? Sunni. Equipment. Yeah, she's in iron. I want to put, I mean, it's going to happen anyway. I want to put someone in just regular, the leather, the thick padded leather, I believe it's called, and let them, oh yeah, might as well let them break these up. What are you doing here, boys? Where are you going? Oh, there's another guy. Who's this guy? I didn't get to see him. What was he? Oh, here we go. Okay, boys. Let's have at it. Got these wolves. These wolves are still like an enigma for me. I don't really know what their deal is. All right, you know what? Actually, I'm going to do the trader real quick because I don't want to miss out on them. Anything we can buy? I'm thinking, yeah, rough and itchy. I don't really want that. Cactus, frost snaps. We don't really need any of that stuff. I think we can buy. We can make everything we need. All right, so let's see what we can sell here. I made this. I don't really even plan to move up. We're gonna leave that. I want to have these suits. Are these in excess? Like, do all my workers have them on yet? If they do, we can sell them. We'll sell one. I know, big profits here. We can sell this. We can sell this. I only keep the wood fence if they're fine. These guys, I'm going to use quite a bit of those, so I'm going to keep those around. I don't know what these windows are for. Are these for some building we're building, or do we have a vendor coming back? So here you go. These doors, there's 5 of them already made. I'm basically making these for skill, but I get 15 G each, so that's pretty good. And I have 2 fine doors. I don't know. I'm just going to sell them, because again, we'll sell 10 of these. Not bandages. Yeah, we'll sell 10 and 1. We'll keep 10 of them. I mean, I don't think there's really a need for them, to be quite honest. Again, here did I just make these for like? Did I make these just for skill? I don't recall. I don't remember. I guess right. We bought the eggs, but I thought I could maybe hatch them or something, but nothing's ever come of it. Clay bed we can sell. These are comfy beds that go into fine comfy beds. We have one of those now. No, right. We need a mean bed to then make the comfy beds. And we do then get fine comfy beds if the guy's good enough. Fine clay. We'll leave the clay dining table. Fine clay chairs. So we'll then sell those regular chairs because we have a good stock of fine ones. We don't need regular. And then let's hope that gets a message on an arrow appears on your banner. There are wolves in the forest. Goblin wolves. Get them before they get you. These wolves have never attacked me, though. The one who watches us. So I still, like I was saying, these guys are kind of an enigma to me. I don't really understand what they do. These wolves, they break out, but then they just run by our camp, and then they disappear. So I don't really know. I don't know what the deal is. Look at how long the don't break the pen down. Kill the wolves first. Ah, this is cool. All right, good. Got you trapped. So before I think I've broken the pen down and they run away, but I don't. Where'd that goblin go? He's over there. No, they don't explode joyfully from the cages. I don't know. Yip, yip, ow. Like, basically what happens, I've killed those before. And they run around here. They run right through my base. They don't attack anybody. I don't understand what that's about. I really don't. That thing's pretty damaged. Bust. Yo, that sounds like the sheep, man. Where is he? Where is Bluebell, guys? We need our girl Bluebell. Loot all that up. This is all organically set. What are they doing there? About breaking the fire. Loot all that up. Okay. What are you guys doing now? Cancel that. You guys can go back now. All right, excellent. We rated them out. I wish I had some new recruits in there. All right, NVIDIA, I don't need you to be staying up on my screen the whole time. All right, he's carrying, I hope that's silkweed. I really don't know. God, they have so much work. They did take the trees down. That's good. Oh, yeah, another thing I want to do. So I want to take this zone. We're going to remove this. We're going to take the zone. We're going to add we're going to make a much bigger one, but we're going to do like 4 away, and we're going to have it set back from the road. I don't want to crowd this road too much. All right, and so we want plant products, raw foods. I don't want cooked foods in here. Cooking ingredients. Yeah, we'll put animal feed in here. That's pretty good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put the weaver hut right in here, which I think we might... I'm trying to let these guys work, but I do want to progress too, so it is tough. Because these guys, the labor guys, have just so much work to do. We'll the speed up because we only got a couple more minutes here before we're going to end this episode. I was going to try to run this as much as I could off recording so you guys didn't have to see all this, but I wanted you to get a sense of what we were doing too. All right, what's going on here? Like, what are you doing? You need help? Is that what's going on? You need... I don't know how to... I can put... Yeah, we can put a ladder out here for you. You gotta really babysit these guys. Like I said, I'm gonna delete this as soon as it's done. Can we do this now? Okay, there we go. Get rid of that ladder. Because I'm going to be making it bigger. I want to make... I had 7x7, and I'm going to make it bigger, 9x9. So this is where a tower is going to go. This is where a tower is going to go. And then what I decided on is I'm going to have the weaver hut right in here. We'll probably have the herbalist hut here. These all draw off this stockpile, which is right here next to the farm. So that makes plenty of sense. Here, we'll probably end up having to do a dining hall. Because as we get more people, only like six people fit in here to eat at one time. It's not enough. Put a dining hall in. Now, the question here is that with the new kind of Hearthling happiness, they like big spaces. So I don't know how these standard the buildings that are in the game are going to fare now with this new happiness system. They might not be adequate. Like I should probably take, let's take a look. Is she in here? She's not in here working. I was going to say we should see what the cook is doing if she's in there working. If she's not happy in her little place. I mean, it said specifically in the updates that they like windows and stuff. So this thing has a lot of windows. She probably will be okay. Put a big dining hall here. Actually, as we get up even higher, I might need a second dining hall, or I mean to just break it down and go real crazy and try a custom building, which I'm a little scared of. All right, we have a level 6 blacksmith, which is what? No, it's not a bow. I was getting excited, but he can make everything. We should have silver, iron, and stuff going for those guys. Carpenter level 4, so he can make the bow now. Let's check that. That's the mason. And then, all right, we got the bow here. Put that up on the top. Okay. All right. We're going to put a dining hall here. So if this is filled, everybody can grab their food and just go into the dining hall. And as that's getting, kind of cramped up in here, I don't want to keep smashing stuff along. So what we're going to do is we're going to do another gate over here to a big stockpile for all the ores and stone and all that. And we'll put the blacksmith building here. Put a mason building. We'll put a street that comes down and comes out over here and connects. That's my raw plan right now. I really don't know how this is going to work. Because I do want to get some walls up. I'm thinking the best way to do walls... I definitely want to integrate the water. So whether we come out over here and do a wall right along the water with like a main gate over here. I don't know. Haven't quite thought about that yet. But I do want to get a wall just simply so that like... monsters that spawn in and attack us can't come out like right in here. They can't come in tight here. Oh, here we go. Giant zombie. So they're spawning some stuff on us really close right now. Like this guy could be in trouble if he gets aggroed. So we're going to have to take care of that. But I'm going to do that next episode, guys. That's going to wrap it up for this episode. Sorry for kind of the long-winded episode. I had to kind of bring you up to speed, let you know what happened. This way, if I start talking about it, because I'm sure I'm going to get to the point where like I feel like I did this before, and it was obviously in the previous 4 hours I played, but it's not in this Let's Play, so I'm sure kind of some confusion and mistakes will be made. But we'll be able to figure it out. We'll be able to get through it. So we're going to make good progress. I'm going to continue letting this run. As soon as this guy causes an issue, I will hit the record button. But otherwise, I'm going to try to let the laborers just run and get caught up as much as possible. Because there's no reason for you guys to sit here and watch them carry this silkweed back and forth. That's kind of crazy. What is that? That is a silkweed there. I don't know why he dropped that. I'd like them to loot everything. And then I'm going to get started on some buildings, like I said. And as long as our military is kind of getting filled out. Yeah, these guys are safe. Full silver. That's excellent. Sunni should be in armor. I'm going to move her to archer soon as I can get a footman in to replace her. Hopefully next episode, tomorrow day. That's another thing. If we get a new person, I will, of course, record that as well. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope you're enjoying it. Let me know what you think of the new patch. It's pretty interesting to me. A lot of more mood and content to kind of focus on. You know, got to keep them happy. It brings into considerations. You know, I really shouldn't be doing this where I just have the beds in a mountain. I assume that's going to cause problems. We'll have to start building them individual houses. The general theme is we're going to put workshops here, workshop row, you know, metal row here. This will be farm production here. And then kind of we'll sprinkle in houses around it and then a wall. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm looking into downloading some templates for houses and stuff that people build on the forums. I've seen a bunch of them posted. I haven't figured out how to do that yet, so if you know how to do it very easily, please let me know. But I'm going to try to figure it out just so I have more templates. So I feel like me designing a building from scratch and fully custom would take forever and be the most boring episode. So I'm trying to avoid that. Otherwise, guys, thank you for watching. I'll talk to you next time. Have a great day.